News team, assemble! XX Falcon. Channel 4 News, we bring you the news.
Hello, this is Max on Channel 4 News. Today we have a very important topic to discuss. Americans are calling this the biggest embarrassment in U.S. history. While Castro couldn't be more pleased with the result, this event is known as the Bay of Pigs. Our Action News team will be providing you with all the information on the conflict between the United States and Cuba. Now we will go to our field reporter Matt, who is about to interview Fidel Castro.
Thanks, Max. I'm sitting here with the Fidel Castro.
Hola, my friend. Fiesta, otra vez. Nosotros.
So, Fidel,
Amigo.
were you ever worried for your country's safety when you saw 8 bombers heading towards your beaches?
No, my friend, I was never worried, you see. The bombers, they were unskilled and they missed most of the targets, you see. And then I realized that the Americans were involved in the attack, and I became furious, my friend. I sent 20,000 troops to eliminate the Cuban exile ground forces, my friend, you see.
What do you mean by the Cuban exile ground forces?
My friend, okay, you see, the Americans have been training Cuban exiles for around 1 year, to try to hide an invasion on Cuba. It was very unsuccessful because these soldiers were unprepared and unskilled, my friend. Okay, otra vez.
Well, thank you for your time, Fidel.
Oh, my
Back
friend.
to you, Max.
For sure, my friend, for sure.
Alright, Matt, and now we go to Kanu, who has the reenactment.
American planes left Nicaragua, bombed the Bay of Pigs, but missed most of the targets. Here you can see Cuban exile forces storming the Bay of Pigs, and Castro 20,000 troops shooting them down.
We got him!
And now we will provide you with analysis from 2 experts.
The CIA began training Cuban exiles to overthrow Castro and his communist government. They set up training camps throughout Guatemala to teach these individuals ways to fight. President Kennedy specifically chose to use Cuban exiles because it was meant to hide the Americans' involvement in the invasion. President Kennedy then officially authorized the attack and invasion of Cuba. So here is a picture of the Bay of Pigs. Bombers left Nicaragua and headed here to bomb Cuban airfields to weaken them, but were unskilled and missed many of their targets. Later, Cuban exile ground forces were sent down the beach, but Castro had learned of the Americans' involvement and sent 20,000 troops to attack the Cuban exile forces, and they were destroyed. American forces were largely unprepared for Castro's strength in guerrilla tactics and his troops, and many Cuban exiles were forced into imprisonment or they escaped through the sea. And after 20 months of imprisonment, the U.S. made a deal with Cuba and exchanged $53 million worth of medicine and baby food in exchange for the prisoners.
Thank you to everyone for watching. News team!
I just